The purpose of this training is to increase understanding of substance dependence, as well as the evolution of the opioid epidemic and associated stigma. We will review medication-assisted treatment as an intervention, as well as the process for helping people access treatment at Community Reach Center. Substance use disorder is more than using an illicit or illegal substance. It is hallmarked by compulsive behaviors and preoccupation with obtaining and using a substance, as well as maintaining a level of intoxication that significantly impacts social, professional, and interpersonal functioning. Previously, people were diagnosed with substance use, abuse, or dependence. We have moved away from this language in order to place emphasis on the impact of unhealthy use and functioning. We now diagnose substance use disorder as mild, moderate, or severe based on the level of impact on functioning. The level of stigma associated with substance use plays a role in a person's willingness to acknowledge problematic use, seek help, engage in treatment, and sustain sobriety. Additionally, family members, law enforcement, and other systems may treat the substance user in ways that are stigmatizing and not helpful. It's important to note that stigma influences legal strategies, policy strategies, and even treatment strategies. Examples of this include housing discrimination, employment discrimination, legal restrictions for jury duty, political office, and custody arrangements, as well as disparities in treatment access, research and policy support, and allocation of resources. Opioids are either synthetically created or naturally derived from the poppy plant and have pain-relieving properties. Opioids specifically target the mu receptor in the brain and are highly addictive. Many people struggling with opioid dependence report that use started with a prescription for a legitimate medical need. There's a lot of data on this slide intended to illustrate the scope of the opioid epidemic in the U.S. Let's hear from a client from Community Reach Center who describes it from a personal perspective.
I'm a client through Community Reach Center participating in the MAP program. I have had substance use issues for at least the last 10 years. I sought out Community Reach Center through a Medicaid program and referrals from other clients. So after working through other intensive outpatient programs, working with the medication-assisted treatment program, having the support of a medical doctor there adds another level of care and comfort to my success in this program. With that, the medication has given me a bit of a firmer, I would say, grounding in my treatment due to the fact that I feel more comfort in trying it, as if I'm not just going through an intensive outpatient, which is merely just working with a counselor or a therapist anywhere from 9 to 10 hours a week. With the MAP program, you also get the case management as well as the medical doctor involved in that. So it adds another level of care over the intensive outpatient that provides me with a higher level of success and continuing in my aftercare.
Since 2002, drug overdose deaths in Colorado have increased at an alarming rate. Take note of Adams County's rates here. A common misconception about MAT is that it's simply trading one addiction for another. Not true. Medications used for MAT do not produce the same euphoric effect and have less potential for abuse. Here's a list of the most commonly prescribed medications in MAT programs. Note that naltrexone is used both for opioid and alcohol use disorder. Naloxone is more commonly known as Narcan and is not a medication prescribed for MAT. Naloxone completely blocks opioids from the mu receptors in the brain and can reverse the effects of an overdose. Use of naloxone in an overdose situation can significantly increase a person's chance of survival by creating a window of time for first responders to arrive. Vivitrol is the injectable formulation of naltrexone and is administered every 28 days. Like all medications associated with MAT programs, Vivitrol is effective in reducing or eliminating cravings, as well as a person's ability to get high from substances. Let's hear from another Community Reach Center client who has benefited from their MAT program.
So being in the restaurant business for such a long time, I've had all kinds of issues from self-esteem problems to extreme anxiety from the pressures put on me. So I started to drink pretty heavily at that point, just to kind of feel better about myself, feel better about life. And it helped in the moment, but we all know over time that that's not the correct way to do things, and you're just prolonging your problems. And so with the Medicaid Assistant Program, I was able to get in pretty easily with my Medicaid. It was probably the easiest treatment program I've ever gotten in. My mom has been a huge supporter in my life over all my treatment programs, all my addictions, and she did a lot of the groundwork in getting me in here. She did a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have done because I was in such a low point. So I've had tons of support from my family. My mom says I'm a completely different person. My personality has changed 100%. I don't have near the irritability I used to have, and my thoughts on people is not as negative because I'm not, drowning in my own sorrows. So my home life has never been better.
In your role, you can help connect people with the substance use treatment they need by providing them with information about how to access services at Community Reach Center. They can call 303-280-4050 for more information, or attend an intake at 8989 Huron Street in Thornton, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.